Hello everyone, and welcome back to CD Projekt Red. Today, we're going to play what possibly might be their magnum opus, The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt. This game, came out in 2015, and this is my first game that I ever streamed to an audience of like maybe one. But mainly it was so I could get Floof's help in doing something, because there wasn't really any way else for him to guide me through a difficult part other than to stream it. So while I am primarily known and grew my audience through Ace Combat, and that will not change. Ace Combat will always be part of my repertoire. This is technically the first game I ever streamed. Although I don't think I've ever finished it on stream. But this is on the PC. It will be modded, and I will add mods later as the game goes on. But the main problem I've been having is that the script extender doesn't want to extract. So I'm not going to be able to have many mods. So they'll probably just end up being no fall damage or quality of life inventory stuff, like nothing super cheaty or anything like that, or everyone's wearing the clothes from the show or something like that. No. The big one, and the only one that's currently installed, is the one that will allow me to stream this on YouTube. The one that gives everyone underwear that they can't take off. Kind of like how I did Cyberpunk. Certain scenes will still be playing, but everyone's gonna have modesty underwear. Hi Mia, welcome to stream. Quiet, Misa. Fair enough. Thank you for lurk. But yeah, I expect to add a few other mods later on, but they're certainly on. Don't worry about it. Also, I currently in the Discord have a poll going on as to who we will romance. There are two romance options in this game: Yennefer of Vengerberg and Triss Marigold. And the whole Yennefer versus Triss thing is a bit of a controversy. Me not coming from reading the books, and The Witcher 3 being my first exposure to The Witcher, I went with Triss because she is a redhead and she's a lot nicer and more sympathetic in the game than Yennefer is. Yennefer is an ice queen. The poll's not ended yet. But yes, it is leaning towards Yen. And I have done both. Now, Yennefer does a lot of things in the game that I personally don't like, and even Geralt thinks is going too far. But knowing what I know now, um, it's perfectly in line with certain mama bear tendencies. I still think she'd get more flies with honey than sandpaper, but if you do romance Yen, after a certain point in the game, she defrosts. That said, before you go vote for canon or not, I do want to note that whoever you pick to romance will determine what I do with Ciri. Because there are 3 endings for Ciri. One, we're just not gonna do. Because that's horrible and tragic. The other 2, in my view, make a lot more sense if you romance one or the other. Either Triss or Yen. So, beware that... And I'm not going to tell you which Ciri ending is linked, or I've linked with which romance. Just know that if you decide to vote for a certain romance, and you don't get the Ciri ending you were hoping for, well, there's a reason for that. But as the poll stands now, we are 3-1 for Yennefer. With 22 hours left in the poll. It won't really matter for today, since I won't be able to do anything romance related or Ciri related for that matter, at least for the first episode. Anyway, we're going with the new game. Fresh start. I'm tempted to go just the story because the last time I played this was a couple years ago. So I don't remember any of the buttons. But I think you can lower the difficulty if you have to. So we'll go with story and sword. But we will have tutorials on. And we will simulate a Witcher 2 save. Now, for some background, the Empire of Nilfgaard has been conquering nations as they expand ever farther north. Their latest conquest was one of the most powerful Northern Realms countries, Temeria. Which leaves Redania as the last major Northern Realms power. Currently, Nilfgaard is consolidating their new holdings. But it's only a matter of time before the expansion begins again. Camorn, Witcher Keep, Banks of the Greenwich. I don't see how that's comfortable. He's too big for the barrel. Also, that bug's probably not going to make it any more comfortable.
You know I don't find that amusing.
It wasn't meant to amuse, but to prod you to hurry. It's midday already. You promised Ciri you'd train with her. Go before Vesemir bores her to death with those etchings.
I need to turn on subtitles.
So, later then.
See you later.
If I recall, you can mark your streams. I did. Twitch is automatically I marked as mature just because I swear like a sailor, and I can age restrict the YouTube streams. But I've heard rumors of the YouTube AI moderation bots nuking even age-restricted videos. Also, age-restricted videos hurts the search algorithm. So, I'm hedging my bets. But I did go ahead and age-restrict this YouTube stream. Welcome to The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. This tutorial will introduce the game's core elements. Each message will be saved in the glossary, where you'll find detailed information about world lore and gameplay mechanics. To disable tutorial message, go to the options menu. New quest, Camorn. Okay, so options, audio, gameplay. Just gonna do that. Language subtitles on. Okay. That's weird. Character entry added. Yennefer Vengerberg. Monster entries. Alright, here are the characters. I'm not going to do this with all the characters, just the important ones. Dandelion. I would wager that anyone, you dear reader, are a person of culture and taste, and therefore already familiar with me, Dandelion, and the role I am to play in the following tale. Nevertheless, allow me to sketch a few lines by way of self-portrait, for the sake of the thoroughness, and in the event you have spent much of the last half-century in some dark corner where the light of my star has yet to reach. Born in 1229, a talented poet and troubadour, a graduate of Oxenford Academy, A frequent performer at royal courts and an unequaled lover appreciated, and in some cases adored by ladies worldwide, a skilled negotiator and a stirring orator. Such is the image of the bard Dandelion as painted by his friends and promoters. This image, of course, is somewhat overbright in its coloring. I personally prefer to think of myself as a dedicated artist in the thrall to his muse, the one whose work has benefited immeasurably from the fact that I was, am, and forever will remain a close friend and steadfast companion to the Witcher Geralt. It is his fate I chronicle in this present work, and his story which I shall sing till the end of my days. I mean, he's a bard. If you know anything about D&D bards, you know Dandelion. Although I will say that, unlike most D&D meme bards, Dandelion knows when to seduce and when not to. And he may not always like the twists and turns his path with Geralt goes down. He is still a comrade in arms. It's the same dude. Almost got kicked over it. He gets the ladies. Oh yeah, no, don't get me wrong. He is definitely a lady killer in that regard. But my point is, unlike most D&D meme bards who will seduce a dragon, or attempt to, Dandelion knows when the chips are down. He knows who his friends are. Geralt of Rivia. Many cannot fathom the friendship Geralt of Rivia and I, Dandelion, have shared all these years. When we first began breaking bread together, spiteful tongues said he'd be better off cutting my throat and dumping my body in a hollow tree, before I provoked someone else into doing the same to us both. Those individuals spoke out of pure jealousy, for Geralt was my dearest friend, a fact which he gave ample evidence of on numerous occasions. I could say a great deal about that world-famous monster hunter, the man known in elder speech as Gwynbleidd, or in our younger yet no less noble tongue, the White Wolf. For Geralt of Rivia is a truly exceptional individual. A brief encounter might tempt one to label him a mere swinger of swords, a simple monster catcher, a rough-and-tumble practitioner of a dirty trade. But peer closer, and you will soon discover he is a man of unplumbed depths, unique views, and vast world-spanning experience. On the surface, he is introverted, tight-lipped, one might even say gruff, but underneath lies an overflowing sea of goodwill, good humor, and an honest readiness to help his friends, be it with a bit of sound advice or the masterful application of his blade. Setting aside cumbersome false modesty, I can say that I know his story better than any man alive. I was with him through the hard times and the good, helping with wise advice, warm words, and a razor wit. As a result, I am a vital part of his story, both in its earlier and present portions. It is thus my duty to continue my chronicle and, for the benefit of future generations, put in writing the next chapter of his deeds and exploits. Yennefer of Vengerberg. The Witcher first met the raven-haired sorceress a good 20 years back. Their friendship and the feelings between them were born of a common adventure involving a genie and a wish, granted to Geralt that intertwined their fates inextricably. In the time since then, their relationship had, however, been quite stormy, rich in ups and downs, crises and breakups. Geralt and Yennefer's love provides irrefutable proof of the thesis that, quote, opposites attract. A few years ago, Geralt and Yennefer had, after a long separation full of adventures for them both, gotten back together again. That moment of repose was interrupted by the wild hunt, which took Yennefer captive. The Witcher set out once to save her, but lost his memory while doing so. When he finally recovered it, he immediately set off once more on his quest to find his beloved sorceress. Oh wow, this is a lot more janky controls than I remember. Ooh, highlighted.
Nothing but silver.
Gold clashes with my complexion. You should know that.
I'll also get used to this happening a lot. They always put candles next to things that you can loot. And the same button to loot is the same button to extinguish and light candles. So, suffice it to say, I'm going to be lighting and extinguishing candles a lot. And not by intention.
You're running out of juice.
I know. You might bring me some more once you're done training.
Lilac and gooseberries, of course.
Geralt, stop fingering my toiletries.
Got any clothes that aren't black or white?
Undergarments.
I call bullshit. I see him right now. They're black.
See, I thought Ciri could stand to wait a little longer.
It's uninstructive, not to mention unreasonable.
I don't want to be reasonable.
Aha, so that's the way the wind blows. Go and train with her, then come back. It'll give me a chance to put my face on.
Of all the women I've known, you're the only one who does that before.
You've known many.
What's it matter? Only ever thought of you.
I'm not sure how well that, how good of a save that is.
Shit. Mountain Pass is beautiful as ever.
Well, there's a little firebrand down there. Fine, tutorial. I will go and open the damn door. How do I run? Or am I not able to do that at the moment?
Old Witcher's fast asleep. Ciri's disappeared somewhere, of course. Guess she prefers practice to theory.
What?
Time to wake up, Master. These lessons so boring they put you to sleep too?
Damn it. After taking notes on ghouls and owl ghouls, wanted to rest my eyes a bit.
Making her slog through that brick? No wonder she took off.
John of Bruges lacks flair, true, but he's reliable. Not like the hogwash they print nowadays. She's tackling the pendulums, right? How many times do I have to tell her? Don't train alone. It only embeds your errors. Bring our young damsel to the lower courtyard. She wants to practice, she'll get to practice.
I like Vesemir. He's one of my favorite Witchers.
Don't get mad at her.
Why the hell not? The whippersnapper refuses to do as she's told.
You like that about her.
Fine. I suppose I'm partly to blame. But this has to end. Now. Killing monsters is not something to be taken lightly. Ciri must understand that, if she's to become one of us. I'll see you below.
Wrong. Now I see why you were so eager to practice. Strike. You're not in a circus. Pirouette.
Circus.
Wrong. Footwork. Enough. Get down.
With a flip?
What do you think? All right. Take off the blindfold. You've got work to do. Your reflexes are still slow.
Maybe for a witcher.
Think drowners or striggers will go easy on you because you haven't undergone the mutations? Though in your shoes, I'd fear Vesemir more than any strigger. Disobeying his instructions? Unwise.
Well, yes, but that book was horribly dull.
I know. And you know that's no excuse.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Better not.
Better not. Vesemir said if it does, he'll make you eat a bowl of slugs covered in salt.
You!
Exactly. So you'd best behave. Come on. We'll practice with the others down below.
Shall we run the walls?
Sure.
Of course. This a Witcher school or an elven bathhouse?
To the bottom.
Maybe if you fall. What did I tell you about breathing? Through your mouth, in rhythm with your steps.
Careful, falling from a great height can lead to injury or even
Ciri,
death.
Cut it out.
And that great fall can be, 3 feet. That's one of the mods I'm trying to get install. A mod that prevents fall damage. Look at the ladder!
Run into trouble? Should I turn back and help you?
Oh, shit.
Win.
Your legs are longer. I'll show you yet. Just need to grow a bit. Oh no. Vesemir's got that look.
What did you expect?
Anything to say for yourself, young lady?
I'm very sorry, Uncle Vesemir.
Young blood craves action, I understand that. But when you fight a beast, knowledge counts as much as your silver sword. At the very least, you ought to be able to tell a ghoul from an owl ghoul.
By markings, like unto the Panthera tigris that in Zerrikania dwells, and by the sickly paleness of its visage.
So you did read the chapter. Still, you should have asked if...
But you were asleep, Uncle Vesemir.
Could have said you did the exercise while Vesemir was asleep.
So you did the reading. Why not admit it right off?
Never pounce on an advantage as soon as it appears. Wait till it stands to have maximum effect. Uncle Vesemir's words.
Well, you're a quick study. Quick, but mischievous. Fine, we've talked enough. Geralt, you're with me, Lambert with Eskel, Ciri with the dummy.
Again?
Stop groaning and grab a sword.
Alright, now for me to get my ass kicked by Vesemir until
What do
I
you think?
figure out how
Should
to
we
hit
start
the
by
buttons.
reviewing the fundamentals or go right to free training?
Oh, we're gonna do the fundamentals.
Should work on the basics. Even skilled masters need to hone the fundamentals, and Ciri's barely a novice.
Draw your sword, Geralt!
Combat. Witchers must be prepared to fight foes of all kinds, be they plate-clad knights, ethereal wraiths, or bone-crushing giants. To match the strengths and exploit the weaknesses of different enemies, witchers need to use a variety of weapons and combat techniques. The core tools of their trade are their swords. One steel for fighting humans and non-humans. The other silver for slaying monsters. Witchers have also mastered simple form of combat magic. These signs are not as powerful as spells wielded by mages, but they can be cast very quickly and with simple one-handed gestures, making them quite useful in the heat of combat. Witchers are also adept in basic alchemy. They can brew powerful potions, blade oils, and bombs, all of which give them a keen advantage when fighting stronger or faster foes. Alright. You can select or deselect a target. When you have a target selected, all your attacks are directed toward it. You don't have to select a target during combat, but doing so can help you focus on a specific opponent.
Any last words?
1, 2, 3. Strong strikes now. Give it all you got. Never lock your elbow when striking, young lady. Dodge.
Position, Ciri. Footwork. Remember.
Now, parry.
This is the one I always have trouble with.
Sword, angle.
What am I supposed to parry? I'm fighting a stupid dummy.
Pretend now, live later. Riposte. Strike. Counter strike.
The storm's coming.
And one.
What now?
Slice your jacket.
Now, young lady, to bring the day to a close, we'll go over a few witches' signs. Let's start with Quen.
Quen is the sign we're going to be using most.
Ciri, Quen is sometimes called the Witcher's Shield. Now watch carefully to see which.
The Quen sign protects you against damage and certain
Cast
critical
Igni,
effects.
Geralt. I want to see sparks fly. If not for the Quen sign, I'd be aflame by now. Ah, Geralt, come on. See that, Ciri? Ard will knock anyone or anything off
never
balance.
learn.
Destroy their rhythm. Time for Axii. Damn it. I hate this feeling. Axii can really muddle your mind. Better now. Show her, Geralt. See this, Ciri? Couldn't move if I wanted to. Throw a bomb. Don't worry, Ciri. Quen will dampen the blow.
All right. Okay. Okay. Now we gotta aim our bombs. Combat tutorial's over. If you want, you can continue training Vesemir. To stop training, simply sheathe the sword by hitting either of the arrows.
Not your lucky
Enough.
day.
Continue training at will.
Come on. There we go. Keep hitting the... I'm used to Monster Hunter, where the quick attack is actually triangle.
Whoa! You really showed him, kid.
Ciri, get down here.
A little she-devil. As soon as she's back, we'll set her to polishing all the swords at Kaer Morhen.
It's a lot of swords.
Find that helmet? Ciri? I'll make sure to find every last blade for you.
This is gonna get trippy.
What the?
The Wild Hunt.
I've long awaited this, and you, White Wolf.
No!
And now from the tutorial to the prologue. Temeria, Road to Vizima, May 1272.
You all right?
Had a nightmare.
About?
Take forever to explain.
Dawn's some way off. We've got time.
Dreamt of Kaer Morhen.
Started in the guest room at Kaer Morhen. I was relaxing in the tub, and next to me,
Triss?
Yennefer. Funny, isn't it? She's never been there. Seemed so real in my dream, though.
Was she nagging you about something? True to life, indeed. We'll find her.
I know we will. That's not what worries me. You've seen her tracks. She's at full gallop all the time. Breakneck speed through wildlands, devastated battlefields. She's in a hurry to get somewhere. Or fleeing something. Either way, it means trouble of some sort.
Be surprised if she wasn't in trouble. She's always poked her nose in beehives. Courtly intrigues here, mages' conspiracies there. What do you expect?
Don't know. Guess I thought once we were finally reunited, things would be calm. At least for a while.
Calm? With Yennefer? Good luck.
In the dream, I went and found Ciri. Then we trained.
Those were the days. Little she-devil. I've trained kids who were faster, stronger, but none had her character. Didn't end well, did it? Your dream?
No. A wild hunt appeared, attacked Ciri. I couldn't move, stood there like a stump.
It was just a dream.
That's the problem. It was more. In the past, when Ciri'd appear in my dreams, something was wrong. She was in danger.
We taught her how to defend herself from anything, wraiths included.
Be dawning soon. Time to go.
Wait. Show me the letter from Yennefer. Might have overlooked some hint in there.
Didn't overlook anything. We were meant to meet in Willoughby. That's what she wrote. Meanwhile, one army or another burned the village to the ground. All we can do is follow her trail, so...
Stop talking for a minute and give me the letter. How about that? It does smell of lilac and gooseberries.
You were gonna read it, not sniff it.
We must meet soon. Willoughby near Vizima. Nothing else to guide us there. What's this postscript? I still have the unicorn?
That's private. Very private.
Aha, I understand. At least I think I do. Maybe not entirely, but perhaps that's for the best.
Back on topic. How's it look? How far behind Yennefer are we?
2 or 3 days. Trail's fresh, but it looks like it leads towards the main road. Could be muddled there. Wait, hear that?
I smell it. Ghouls.
Monsters. Life on the continent and in Skellige Isles is nasty, brutish, and short. War lays waste to the land, and those it spares live in fear of the countless monsters lurking outside every village and town. Monsters are shown with a silver health bar above their heads, indicating that you should fight them with your silver sword.
Come on!
Adrenaline points. Striking opponents generates adrenaline points. Certain abilities you can acquire allow you to perform special attacks that require adrenaline points to consume. Your adrenaline points strain or slightly decline when you're not engaged in combat.
Of course. When armies pass, necrophages follow. Let's go before any more show up.
Well, before we do that, I like how when he sheathes his sword, because it's on his back, he doesn't have easy access to it. So with his offhand, he flips the sheath up so it's easier to put the sword in. Nice attention to detail there. There's something hidden around here. That crystal bird skull. Bandits calling themselves Temeria's soldiers are hiding in nearby woods. They have been declared outlaws and a threat to the Emperor's subjects. Assisting or sheltering them in any way will be summarily punished to the fullest extent permitted by Imperial law. On behalf of the Emperor of Nilfgaard, Captain Peter Sar Gwynliv.
Ever tell you about this sorcerer I knew? Couldn't stop talking about how useful they are as creatures.
Because you can brew potions from their blood?
Where do you think you're going? Come back!
Oh, monster eye. That's impressive. Well, I can't find it. Now let's see if we've... Bestiary. Necrophages, ghouls. Ghouls creep and crawl at night, eating everything in sight. In a snap, they'd eat you too. Chop you up for a ghoulish stew. Children's rhyme. Ghouls and graveyears are hard to describe. In part, they resemble humans, yet on the whole, they are the utter negation of all that is human. Though they have arms and legs like men, they walk on all fours like dogs or badgers. Though they have eerily familiar faces, one searches them in vain for any sign of sentiment, reason, or even a spark of consciousness. They are driven by one thing and one thing only, an insatiable craving for human flesh. And they are vulnerable against necrophage oil, which I'm going to try and brew some as soon as possible. Other characters. Cirilla. Cirilla Fiona Ellen Rhiannon. What can I possibly say about her? That we call her Ciri for short. That she was born in 1251. That she has ashen hair and a scar on her cheek. All true, and that's the Cirilla I know best. The one I first laid eyes upon those many years ago. The one who seemed thoroughly, well, not ordinary, but certainly not as extraordinary as she in fact is. For Cirilla is also a highly skilled witcher, heiress to several thrones, the last bearer of the Elder Blood, a powerful source endowed with exceptional magic talent, and the Lady of Time and Space. Her hair color and date of birth seem rather incidental now, don't they? I could also tell you that she is Geralt's adopted daughter, but that would be a gross simplification. Ciri is much more. She is his destiny, his unexpected child, someone bound to the Witcher by fate's most inextricably tangled fetters. Following age-old Witcher tradition, Geralt took Ciri to Kaer Morhen when she came into his care. There, he and Vesemir taught her in the ways of the professional monster slayer. It was then that her magic talents were first revealed, and they discovered that she was a source. Ciri's gift proved a curse as well. Because of it, she would one day have to hide from the entire world, even Geralt. Eskel. All Witchers have a great deal in common, but with Eskel and Geralt, the similarities are particularly striking. They first met as two boys of the same age swinging wooden swords at Kaer Morhen. They went through an ordeal together, the first round of selections, the murderous changes, the trial of the grasses, and training on the gauntlet. the Witcher's daunting obstacle course. They also received hidings together for more than one act of childish delinquency. When they became adults, they walked the path separately, but still reconvened at Kaer nearly every winter to wait out the cold, drink to their successes, and remember fallen comrades. Though Eskel never gained Geralt's renown, he equaled the White Wolf in experience and carried out his contracts with care and efficiency. Death had almost taken him many times during his hunts, yet in an ironic twist, the hideous scar on his face came not from a monster's claw, but from the blade of Deirdre Edaman, his highly unpredictable, unexpected child. Lambert, the youngest among the Witchers of Kaer and perhaps the last ever trained within its walls. By the start of our tale, Lambert had proven his chops many times over, having hunted down many a mighty beast and traversed nearly all the continent's realms several times over. Yet he also developed a reputation for arrogance and sardonic humor, and even his gruff and at times excessively blunt manner could irritate even his fellow Witchers of the School of the Wolf. Whatever his vices, it went without saying that Lambert would brave the fires of any hell for his companions. Vesemir. Vesemir was the oldest living member of the Wolf School, and most likely the oldest Witcher of any school on the continent. About as long in years as the ruins of Kaer themselves, and though eternally complaining about his creaky bones, this master of the Witcher trade gave no thought to a well-deserved retirement. Gray but still spry, he continued to ply the monster hunting trade into his golden years. Effectively, too, as he'd seen more beasts than all his students put together. A harsh and demanding instructor in Geralt's youth, over the years he became something of an adopted father and mentor to the other Witchers, always ready to help with sage advice and steady hands. In the spring of 1272, I'm so used to saying 2077, when our story begins, Vesemir joined Geralt on his search for Yennefer, trekking with him through the war-ravaged Temeria. Alright, so we can craft some stuff. We got the warrior's leather jacket. But we need an armor to do this. Also, green-backed armor and weapons are Witcher gear, which does extra things. We can also make stuff, but we need a blacksmith to do that. Alchemy. Mutagens will help us enhance our abilities and skills. The bigger the mutagen, the more help it is. Alcohol is used in alchemy. See, we can make grape shot and salmon at the moment. Necrophage oil. We need spectre oils for ghosts. Inventory. Alright, so consumables, stuff like potions, we can rebrew upon resting, although it costs alcohol to do so. But I don't think it... I think once you make it the first time, you don't have to use the same ingredients anymore to make it. I don't know. Food is going to be your main health thing. But it's a slow duration. It's not an instant heal. That's what potions are for. There's also toxicity stuff that potions and decoctions give you, which that's going to be an issue. But it's going to be added into our build. We're going to want toxicity. Eventually. Questline. Gwent. Alright. Yeah, we get different abilities. We spend our level up points on buying him, and then we have to put them into slots for our build. And then mutagens go here to enhance them. And different colored mutagens increase different stuff. So the red mutagens are for combat abilities. Got then blue is for signs. Green is for alchemy. We're going to be doing a lot of the green stuff. Especially this one here. Because if you max it out, you can make the oil last indefinitely. Also, heightened tolerance is going to be a thing we're going to get. General purpose, it won't be affected by any mutagen, but they're pretty good all around. Like, gourmet, eating food regenerates vitality for 20 minutes. That'll help. Strong back, increase inventory by 60. That's always a plus. Metabolic control. So, and then this is where we put our mutagens. All right. Witchers spend most of their time on the road in search of the next contract. They must trek across wide valleys, climb over high mountain peaks, and trudge through thick bogs. Luckily, Geralt can always count on his horse, Roach, to help him in his travels. To have Roach come to you, double press left stick.
No, because by eating rotting corpses, they prevent epidemics.
Did he know they eat the living as well?
No, really upset him too. His theory collapsed.
War is not exactly going our way.
We have a side.
The Northern Realms.
Radovid's realms, don't you mean? Temeria and Edirn are no more.
Radovid's pledged to restore the old borders as soon as he wins the war.
Believe that?
Gotta believe something. That's what keeps us going.
Sometime later.
We going? Help me! Help!
Oh, a griffin. you, I'm gonna eat in peace.
How's it gone?
Yeah. Come out.
Hi.
Gods, that was close. I was sure I'd end up like my mare.
Provided you got lucky.
Your horse died quickly, but griffins like to toy with their prey. Eat it, alive, piece by piece.
Oh. You'd like a reward, I suppose.
Nah.
You don't owe us anything. You were in need. We helped.
And they call witches heartless. Say they won't lift a finger without pay.
They also say mice are born of rotting straw. Back to the trail.
Like I said, leads to the main road and ends there, muddled.
You seek someone?
Yeah.
Yes, a woman. Medium height, long black hair. Seen anyone like that?
No. But there's an inn here in White Orchard. Sole one around. Gets its share of travelers. Perhaps you'll learn something there? Besides, the innkeep's my cousin. Tell her Bram sent you. She'll treat you like family.
Not a bad idea. Especially since that wound needs cleaning.
Beast barely grazed me. But sure, could use a good rye. Nice and cool, you know, straight from a cellar.
Let's go.
Alright. New entry has been added to the bestiary. Yep, wrong one. Hybrids. Griffins. I, half eagle, half tomcat, just like on the Lord's crest, except this one's carrying me dead cow instead of a scepter. Griffin attack witness, name unknown. Griffins were once only found high in the mountains, where they would hunt marmots and wild goats. When humans encroached on their lands, however, griffins soon discovered a new source of much more plentiful and easier caught prey. Cows, sheep, and shepherds. Though still wary of main roads and towns, where folk with the means to hire a witcher like to dwell, these half-equal, half-wildcat creatures have gone from rarities to oft-encountered pests, known throughout the northern realms. Especially hated are the subspecies known as royal griffins and archgriffins. They are vulnerable against grape shot bombs, hybrid oil, and the Ard sign.
So, a griffin this close to the village? Strange.
My thoughts exactly. In the forest or the mountains, sure, but here, near the main road.
Maybe it's the war. Corpses everywhere, the stench of blood, burnt flesh. Drives monsters crazy sometimes.
Men, too. We need to watch ourselves in White Orchard. And we should leave as soon as we learn anything.
Populated village. You're nearing a village. Don't disturb the peace. Remember, town guards and hired watchmen won't tolerate theft and won't look kindly on you accosting others. Local residents often erect notice boards near settlements such as villages and cities. These are marked on your map. Examine them to learn about contracts, work for witchers, and local happenings. Sorry, kid.
Gran told me about
May the sun shine upon you.
One day, so the folk nabbed a witchman that was hunting nearby. Started poking him, asking when he started twisting and squirming, so wham bam, they knocked his head off.
What? Take that down before there's trouble. That is the coat of arms, the Temerian lilies. They've a right to hang there.
This ain't Temeria no more, old man. It's Nilfgaard now.
My arse it is.
Witches? I'll not drink with Weaverlaw's freaks.
Beg your pardon for those thugs.
No need. We're used to it.
Folk are jumpy round here. Armies just passed through. Now a griffin's prowling about.
Already had the pleasure. Ran into your kinsman, Bram.
Bram? How is he?
Alive. Sends his regards.
Master Witches. Food and drink on the house. What can I get you?
Alright. Let's see what you got.
Show me what you got behind the counter.
Alright, so... alcohol is always important. We have 253 crowns, though. Let's see here. We're gonna get some Gwent cards. Use alcoholists for the thing. What can I sell? There. That'll be it for now.
Pretty busy place you got.
Nations on the move. Some search for kin, others just want to get out of the way of the armies. They all need food, drink, and a night's rest in warmth.
So, war's been good for your trade?
Aye, so far. But it'd be best to know peace again. Times like these, you never know what tomorrow will bring.
Yeah, you got a point.
There a contract on that griffin?
Nay, not at the moment. Used to be. Soon as a beast had built a nest nearby, the alderman would start a collection, or go to the Lord for help. Now the aldermen don't use the privy without asking the Black One's permission first. And seems they hanged the Lord. So no contract.
Shame. We might have done something, but not for free.
Vesemir. Everyone knows that Witchers don't do anything for free. Usually. But you don't have to, you know, just be high and mighty about it. And there's alternate terms of payment. It's up to the Witcher themselves to determine whether or not they accept whatever can be paid. It doesn't have to necessarily be money. It could be, you know, food, information, anything the Witcher considers valuable that both parties agree to exchange. Anyway.
Looking for a woman. Raven-haired, violet eyes, dresses in black and white. Riding in from Willoughby. And, strange as it sounds, lilac and gooseberries might have smelled that.
I've not seen nor smelt such a lady. Believe I'd remember.
Yeah, especially hard to forget this one.
Plenty of travellers about, though. Folk from all over. Might be worth your while to ask after her.
Thanks for everything. Help you bandage that up?
Please. I'm not decrepit yet.
Then I'll ask about Yennefer.
Mm-hmm. Just remember, we'd rather not draw any attention.
Yeah, because the two swords, cat eyes and stuff.
Let him measure.
That won't draw any attention.
Drommel. Drommel, you're done with
All right, Gwent deck. Alright, so Gwent is a side mini game that you can play that you can actually, it's completely optional unlike the Final Fantasy X mini games, but you can use this to your advantage. You can play Gwent with certain people to get them to do things. And if you win, you can, get stuff that you want for essentially free. Because, you bet on it. Alright. So I'm just going to remove everything. Okay. Leader. So Foltest was the old king of Temeria. We're going to use Foltest, Lord Commander of the North, because he can clear any weather effects just instantly. As for cards, we want a medic. We want a spy. We want a decoy. Put death mode, trebuchet, ballista, vest. Siegfried Deniz, Kira Metz, Sail to Tannersville, Sprinting Glesvig, Sheldon Skaggs, poor fucking infantry, Canadian foot soldier, Kidwinny siege experts. So I need 3 more cards. Oh, I need... Oh, okay. Never mind. Roach. So I'm going to take out the poor fucking infantry. And the Redanian foot soldier. And let's also take out Yardman. Alright. We've got a very small deck, but one that should be efficient. Yeah, the Northern Realms is the one that we're probably going to use the most, just because it has a lot of spies. You can draw a card whenever you win. It's got medics. It's also the home team. We've got the Nilfgaardian Empire. And Nilfgaard wins when there's a draw. But unfortunately, I don't have any other units other than Roach. Monsters. I'm not sure exactly what the thing is for this one. And then the Scoia'tael, you get to choose who starts.
Why are they marking out them lines, eh? Passing out their patches.
Yes? What is it, Wolf?
Realize it's been half a year since we hunted down that fiend in Varun?
Yes. Well, that was more than a fiend. What was that bastard's name? Drugan? May the soil lie light upon him. Things used to be simpler. Monsters were bad, humans good. Now, everything's all confused.
Used to be exactly the same. You've just forgotten.
Well, not to point up my age. You're near a century old yourself.
Oh, see ya.
See you later, Vesemir.
Alright.
I'm looking for someone.
And we seek some peace and quiet.
Out of my face, freak. For your breath sours my beer.
Dialogue Axii. Options marked with the Axii sign. This sign influences people's minds, causing them to act according to your will. To charm more stubborn individuals who would otherwise resist during conversation, invest in the delusion ability in the character panel. However, if you do this, well, let's just find out.
Raven-haired woman dressed in black and white. Seen her? Talk.
Folks say the lady rode through the village a few days back. Galloping so fast she knocked Radabor into a ditch.
Which way did she go?
Dunno. Lots of tracks leading off the main road. Could have gone anywhere.
Oi, people! The freak's taken Micah's mind!
Uh-huh. And I'll take your tongue if you don't shut up.
Yeah, people will know.
Once more, there are 4 factions.
4 what?
Factions, teams, suits, similar to clubs and spades, except each suit has its own face cards. There are also special cards.
Wouldn't you rather play war? It's like to be near dawn before you get your game in my noggin.
What a waste of time! The Earth shall revolve around the sun before you comprehend these rules.
Got a minute?
Why not? Aldert Geert, Assistant Professor in Contemporary History at Oxenfurt Academy.
Geralt of Rivia. Witcher, with tenure. I'm looking for a woman. Long hair, dressed in black and white. Seen anyone like that?
Of course not! Unlike the populace, I know the horsewoman of war is pure poppycock.
Horsewoman of War, what do you mean?
Horsewoman of War? What's that about?
Folks say an omen. A beautiful phantom rides the fields at night, looks as you described her. Armies follow her, and all who cross her path meet with misfortune.
I can vouch for the last bit. Know where they saw her?
No, facts interest me, not fairy tales.
Not a place I'd ever expect to find a scholar. Take it you're fleeing the war?
Quite the opposite. Chasing it. I'm headed for the front.
Tired of life?
I seek knowledge, which I value more than life itself. I've a thirst no dusty old tomes can quench. I wish to see the Nilfgaardian invasion with my own eyes, understand it, and record it all in my chronicle, my magnum opus.
Alright.
Interesting. We need somebody to describe war, what it's really like. Not colorful banners and generals making moving speeches, but rape, Violence and thoughtless cruelty.
Ah, I see you lack the polish of the Academy. Rape and cruelty are details of no import to the war's course. Trinkets on the garment of conflict, one might say.
Tell that to the people whose houses burned down. War reached Novigrad yet?
Nope, but it's only a matter of time. Nilfgaard on one bank, Redania on the other, drooling over the city like dogs over a juicy bone.
Many a ruler's choked on that bone.
True. We value our liberty in Novigrad, and we know how to fight for it.
The scholars especially.
The sword is not the only weapon. Do not forget, architects from our academy designed the city walls. Walls no war machine has ever crumbled.
Yeah, but usually what happens in a siege is either the opposing army gives up or the besieged defenders run out of food. So they give up.
Gotta go. So long.
A moment, Witcher. You strike me as a man of the world. Are you familiar with Gwent?
No, and I don't have time to learn.
But the rules are quite simple. Come, let's play.
All right. Fine.
Why not?
Splendid. Here's how it's done.
Begin the Gwent tutorial. Gwent is an ancient dwarven card game that simulates the clash of two armies in battle. The players are generals, and their cards are their forces. You will go first. Choose a card to redraw. To begin, you draw 10 cards. These will be your hand for the rest of the match. You will not draw any more cards, so use them wisely. Unit card strength. This is a unit card. Number in the upper left corner indicates the strength. When placed on the battlefield, this value is added to the total strength of the player who placed it. Unit's combat row. The icon indicates the row on the battlefield where the card can be played. The sword is close combat melee. The bow is ranged combat. And the catapult is siege. Basically artillery. Some cards have special abilities. This Kedwanie's Siege Expert's special ability is called Morale Boost, which grants a +1 strength to all units in the same row. Weather cards are a special type of card. They reduce the strength of all cards of a given type on the battlefield, including your own. Biting Frost goes to melee. The fog goes to range, and the rain goes to the artillery. Start of the game, you can select 2 cards to discard and redraw. Let's skip that for now and go straight to play. Here's battlefield. This is your side. This is your opponent's side. During his turn, a player may place 1 card on the battlefield or pass. Each deck has a leader. The leader grants you a special ability. It can be used only once per battle. Trigger the special ability at any point by pressing X. Press A to select a card from your hand. Press it again to place it on the battlefield. This way you can look at it before you play it. Our turn. We're going to go ahead and play this one. The number on the left of your icon shows the current strength of your units. The number on the right shows the total strength for that row. Both values are updated when the card is played. At the end of the round, the player with the highest total strength wins. During your turn, you can pass by holding down Y. Once you pass, you cannot play any more cards during that round. Your opponent can continue playing cards until he or she passes as well. You should pass when you're confident you can win with the units you already have in play, or let your opponent win and save your cards for the next round. Round ends after both players have passed. The players then compare the total strength of their units to determine the winner. All cards on the battlefield are discarded and both players' total strength is reduced to 0. Alright. I go and play this. Fuck your artillery. Alright, I could tie it up with a melee. But Nilfgaard wins all ties. So instead, I will play this. Alright. Fuck your infantry. I'll play one more and then I'm going to pass after that. Alright. So I'm going to pass and force him either to tie by spending more cards or try and beat me by spending more cards. Player who loses a round loses a life gem. Game is over once the players both life gems. Nilfgaard faction. Yeah. Play your last card. Oh, you passed. That's right, because you couldn't do anything more. So I'm going to pass. Oh, and because I won, I get to draw another card. Because I'm the Northern Realms. First, we're going to play the Ballista. You're out, but you still have your leader. So we're going to do the morale boost. You're going to trigger your leader card. Oh, you passed. Okay, well, I have no reason not to overkill now. Let's see. Let's just do this guy. And there you go. I win. Pro tips. There's no shame in passing and letting your opponent win a round. Sometimes it's better to save your cards for later. Each deck also features its own heroes. Heroes are high-value cards immune to the effects of special cards. These powerful cards can turn the tide of battle. Acquire more powerful cards by completing certain quests or purchasing them from vendors.
Well, you've a knack for this game. If you ever find yourself in Oxenfurt and wish to play a true master, ask for Stepan. A simple innkeep by trade, but a true maestro when it comes to Gwent.
I'll remember that. Thanks.
Miraculous Guide to Gwent. The tome you hold in your hands, commissioned by the most gracious Duke de Berry, shall make use of magic most arcane to display which Gwent cards are currently missing from your collection. You need but open it and repeat in your mind, "How about a round of Gwent?" and the following shall appear. So we have 47 cards left to find in Velen, 36 in Novigrad, 28 in the Skellige Isles, 1 in the Royal Palace in Vizima, 1 in Kaer Morhen. Number of new cards which can still be won from players in no particular random skill, 47. Yennefer's letter. Okay. Oh, and we received a new item, Zoltan's Chivet. We're gonna go and put him in. I'm going to take out... Well, Roach, I hate to do this to you, but you just don't have the numbers. So, Roach goes away, and Zoltan Chivet comes in. He is technically a hero card, even though he doesn't have the hero thing, because I can use him in every deck. Alright, Yennefer's letter. Dear friend, forgive me for not asking about your health or how you've been these last years. Time is very short. I have important news. We must meet, and soon. Ride to Willoughby near Vizima, and don't spare the horses. While I do eagerly await our reunion, I won't be able to wait eagerly or otherwise very long. Your dear friend, Yennefer. P.S. I still have the unicorn.
Looking for a woman.
Like everyone.
Not like everyone. And not just any woman. Mine smells of lilac and gooseberries, dresses in black and white.
2 schnapsies. It'll lift your spirits.
Alright.
Fine, I'll have a drink. Can we cut to the chase? You seen her or not?
Yennefer of Vengerberg.
Never mentioned her name.
Yet you described her perfectly. And once I hear something, I never forget. Can't help it.
Receive Nilfgaardian Lemon.
How do you know Yennefer?
What a question. Master Dandelion's ballads, of course. The only way a humble merchant might hope to rub up against greatness. Unless, that is, he's as lucky as I am.
And runs into a very patient witcher.
It's a Geralt of Rivia himself. The Butcher of Blaviken.
No, I am.
Recognize me from Master Dandelion's ballads too?
To your health.
That's not a yes or a no.
What do you do? Who are you?
A mangy vagrant. Gaunter O'Deem, at your service.
Vagrant. That a profession now?
Once a merchant of mirrors. The madding crowd dubbed me Master Mirror, or the Man of Glass.
Yeah, if you're getting ominous vibes from him, you should be.
You seen Yennefer?
Deepest apologies, but I must ask. Is this about love?
Sure.
Guessed it. It's love.
I knew it at once.
What do you know? Tell me.
Before you appeared, it never occurred to me that might have been Yennefer. Who would have thought?
Get to the point.
A Nilfgaardian scout from the local garrison saw her.
Where?
At their camp. She rode in there. Dark of night. Black and white. Gooseberries and... Yes, I know. Had a terse exchange with the garrison commander and raced off.
Where to?
I'm not omniscient. Ask at the garrison.
Thanks.
We men of the road must stick together. Perhaps one day I'll be in trouble and you'll be nearby to help.
Yay. What do we have in the stash? Nothing. Okay. Got in. Okay. Inventory. There we go. Can I make any oils? No. I need dog tallow and blow ball. Okay. To make alcoholist, I need cherry cordial and an empty bottle. Okay. Fair enough. No new characters. Okay. Well, let's talk to Vesemir and get the hell out of here.
Yes? What is it, Wolf?
See you later, Vesemir.
Okay, I guess we just leave. Where the hell is the door? Oh, there it is.
Done drinking?
Mm-hmm.
Then fuck off.
Don't want your kind here.
Haven't done anything to you, so just calm down.
Of course not. You done nothing.
Horson's working witchcraft. Get him!
That might have been a bad idea. Now, punching is non-lethal damage. Gain state will automatically save when you reach certain milestones in the story. Still, you should save your progress early and often on your own. The world is full of predators, bloodthirsty beasts, bandits, and countless other dangers. Alright. They're still alive. The guards are okay with you beating the shit out of people that beat the shit out of you, but they don't want you to kill them. Unless, you know, they start drawing weapons on you. Then you're okay to do it.
Freak.
Your mom.
Gran told me about Swiftborn. Lad went missing one day, so folk nabbed a witchman that was hunting nearby.
Sorry.
Started poking him, asking.
Sorry.
They started twisting and swirling, so wham bam, they knocked his head off.
Aye, so it worked. Except it was some drowner that slapped on him. Witcher had naught to do with it. What did the folk do? They could have sewed his head back on. Word is,
Okay, so... we're now at the point where we can kind of start exploring. Which is kind of what we're going to do. Hey, Bram.
Sips in the old oak tree.
We meet again.
Thank you for saving me. People say all kinds of things about witches, but I've always known yours to be an honorable guild.
So you managed to salvage some goods?
Yes, but I await the repair of my wagon. As time passes, my losses grow. Do you need something? I'll let it go half free.
Oh, what do you got?
Let me have a look at your stock.
Alright. Temerian armor, which we can't afford. Temerian boots, Temerian... This is DLC armor. We'll eventually get it, but, you know. Temerian horse blinders. Saddle bags. We can't afford it yet. Weapon repair kit. Torn out page Griffin decoction. We need that. So what can I sell? Okay. We'll have to come back. Because I can't sell anything. But I'm going to need this for sure. And I'd eventually like to get these things.
Take care.
Alright, so this is the prologue map. Right here is White Orchard. The garrison is up here. There's a little settlement over here. And there's some stuff over here and down here. But what we're going to do is basically go all over this map because there's other things we can find. And, well, let's just say that there's a lot of stuff we can do, a lot of experience we can gain. And a lot of stuff we can get. So we're actually going to be in White Orchard for a while.
Lad went missing one day, so folk nagged a witchman that was hunting nearby. Started poking him, asking. When he started twisting and squirming, so wham bam, they knocked his head off.
Aye, so it were. Except it was some drowner that had sapped on the kid. Witcher had naught to do with it. What did the folk do? They could have sewed his head back on.
Goidemar, will you raise a glass with me?
It's Dervan now. D-E-R-V-A-N, not Goidemar.
But, what do you mean? I know what they named you at your cutting. What kind of name is that anyway? Dervan.
Nilfgaardian. My gran was from Nazaire.
Oh, so that's how it is. Then by my leave, Master Dervan, may the Gold Sun guide you far away from my land.
Notice board.
It's raining, it's pouring, Emperor Mir's snoring. He bumped his head when he went to bed and wet himself the
Looking to borrow a plow. Hey lads, there any among you who can lend me a plow? Thing is, mine smacked up against a stone in my field so hard it bent halfways, and may a fiend take me if I know how to fix it or plow my field without it. The new order. This Thursday, all peasants living nearby are invited to come listen to Captain Peter Sar Gwynliv speak on the subject of laws soon to be introduced in these lands by writ of our most gracious sovereign, Emir van Emrys. Attendance is not obligatory, but every resident of White Orchard should partake of this opportunity to learn what rights they will enjoy and what duties they will have under the new order. Good folk, you no longer live in a barbarous land where every man does as he sees fit. You are now part of the great empire of Nilfgaard. Nilfgaardian law now protects you, yet it also ascribes you to new obligations. Imperial forces have brought you the torch of enlightenment. Grab hold of it, and your dark age shall soon give way to a bright, new era. Death to the invaders. Hark, fair folk of the north, if you're yearning for freedom, if you're prepared to take up arms to defend the motherland, head to the woods. We grow stronger by the day, and will soon show the Nilfgaardian vermin that the Temerian nation will not bear its yoke without a fight. If your heart bleeds blue and golden lilies, you will sooner die for your country than live as a slave to foreigners. Let us swear by our fathers who fell to the beasts at Sodden, by the souls of the dead buried at Brenna. To arms! Volunteers wanted. By order of Captain Peter Sargwynliv, let it hereby be known that enlistment in the Imperial Army is now open. Recruits will be provided with a room, board, and regular pay. Yet the greatest payment of all is the honor of serving Emir va Emrys, Deithwin Aden Khan Ep Moravid. God, that's too many names. Once enlisted, recruits will be trained under the tutelage of the Empire's greatest strategists. Recruits' families will be assured sufficient sustenance for their entire time of service. In the case of their death on the field of glory, they will receive a lifelong pension. Honestly, if they keep to their word, that's not a bad deal for peasants. That is, if they keep to their word. Brother missing. Bastion, my brother went off to fight the Black Ones. I have no reason to think he stood in the great battle nearby. He's not returned to this day. Like many others, you'll say, and you'll be right. But if he fell, and I know it's like he did, I'd give him up to the ground at the least, like our fathers have done, always. I'd bury him neath the barrow where our parents lie, not leave his corpse be ate by the corpses prowling the battleground. So I seek a man brave, able with a sword, and willing to venture out with me to find Bastion. I won't pay much, for I've not much to give, but I'm not stingy with gratitude, and sure to show it aplenty. Any man willing to help, look for a raised hut along the road to White Orchard, just near the bridge. I've made camp there. Dune Vildenvert. Contract, over by the well. Good folk. I know there's a war on and every man's got trouble enough of his own. But perhaps there's one of you who could help a father in need. You all surely know there's a well in the ruined village, and the devil that guards it with jealous fury. If you don't know, I'll come, ask, and I'll tell you all about it. Whoever drives that monster away from the well will get a fat purse of gold. Just don't tarry, for it's an urgent matter. Odalon. Alright. Points of interest. So the ruined village is here. We've got a side quest here. And then the place where Bastion's brother is probably around here. See, there's also an old ruined fort where I can get Viper Witcher gear, I think. Or maybe that's in Velen. I don't remember. No, wait, it's here. Anyway.
What do you say? Who taught you that?
Chetty!
Now listen careful. Never to sing that rhyme again. Never. And you're not to play with Chetty no more.
But Chetty's my best mate!
Chetty's a little fool.
Think those
He's all
plums
killed.
are wreaking havoc on my gut.
I see you with him again, and you'll regret it.
Didn't mean to jump up here, but okay. One of the mods I'd like to add is an auto loot. Kind of like in Cyberpunk, where I just hit the loot button and I just get everything in a certain area or a certain radius. Because that will help a lot with the alchemy stuff. Okay, now I just need dog tallow, because I got enough blow ball. I also need to keep an eye out for bear fat an Arania for the Spectre oil. See. All right, let's head back to the forge. We're gonna need that. Also,
years of work up in smoke.
What happened here?
Oh, got a wee bit chilly the night, so I set fire to my forge. Got it nice and roaring. Roasted some wieners. What do you think happened, dimwit? Some bugger set alight me workshop. I've lost everything. Everything!
Sorry. Any suspects?
Whole damned village. I've lived here half a century. Thought they saw me as one of their own. But everything changed when the Black Ones came. I'm the only smith around, so I got to service their garrison. Bang dents out of plate, shoe horses. That sort of thing. Nilfgaardians don't pay me a bloody copper. Just give me supplies and orders. But humans can't fathom that. They think I'm getting rich off their misfortune. That I sleep on a pile of gold like a ploughing dragon. They've stopped talking to me. Spit when I pass. And now this.
I can find your arsonist.
I can find your arsonist, provided you're willing to pay.
I've not much left, but I'll give you all if you bring me that horse in, so that he gets what he deserves. The night of the fire, I heard movement outside my hut. Went out to see if I could find any tracks. I found nothing. But then I haven't got cat eyes, have I? Good luck.
Alright. Twisted Firestarter. Now this is one of the first quests you can do in The Witcher, and it's also one of the first ones that kind of sets the tone for the whole game. There's not really good endings per se. You just have to make do. Aha.
Footprints. A man's. Large. Stinks of piss and vodka.
Looking for trouble?
Not really.
Took off his boots and went in the water. Probably wanted to cover his trail.
I knows what I knows. Elsa bears her rump for the Brackens. Little whore.
decide? Should we draw it or not?
Something jumped out of the rushes. Drowners.
Cosley said
But he
wanted
managed to
us gone
escape.
this water. Not with so many corpses.
Lost his boots in the rush.
Sure to be poison.
So he's still barefoot.
Tracks lead back to the village.
Not on your life. I'd rather be ill than disturb a ghost.
Come on. Examine.
Bleeding, but not badly. Surface wound.
My gran told me about the Smith's boy. Lad went missing one day.
Discipline.
So folk nabbed a
That
witch
is
that
what
was
you
hunting
folk lack.
nearby, started poking him, asking.
Fierce another.
Close.
Well, he started twisting and squirming, so
Eh?
wham bam, they knocked his head off.
Aye, so it were. Except it was some drowner that had sapped on the kid. Which had nothing to do with it. What did the folk do?
Freak.
They could have sewed his head back on. Word is, they laid his corpse down.
More dark and putrid.
Trail ends here, but I'll recognize him by his wounds.
Apparently this doesn't count as stealing. Whatever.
Drowner claw marks. It's gotta be him.
Aye.
Nasty wound. Run into a drowner.
What the fuck do you care?
Whoa, our arsonist's a charmer too. Come on, Smith wants to talk to you.
I not talk to a non-human. Sons of bitches all, and dwarves are the worst. Greedy little magpies. Do anything for gold, they will. They forge the blades the black ones put to our throats. Am I not right? Listen, we can work this out, man to man. I give you gold, you don't turn me in. My mum died a while back and I sold her tools. I've spent some, but what's left is yours.
No chance. You're coming with me.
Magpies and dwarves might be greedy, but I'm not. Can't buy me.
Then I'll beat your fucking mug to a pulp.
Calm down. Now follow me.
Gotta love the Jedi mind trick. Alright, this way.
I gotta apologize. Gotta go. Apologize.
That you do. For a great many things. Come on. Come on.
Looking for trouble? Voidemar, will you raise a glass with me?
It's Durban now. D-E-R-V-A-N. Not Voidemar.
Some old oak tree.
What do you mean?
Cider with
I know what they named you at your cutting. What kind of name is that anyway? Durban.
Silfgard. My gran was from Nazaire.
He bumped his head when he went to bed and wet himself the morning.
What do you say? Who taught you that?
Chetty.
Now listen carefully. You're never to sing that rhyme again. Never. And you're not to play with Chetty no more.
But Chetty's my best mate.
Chetty's a little fool who'll get us all killed. I see you with him again. And
Come on. You're so slow.
Up and at him.
What's going on?
Here you go. One village pyromaniac in the flesh.
I knew your mum for years. Charged her nary a copper. This is how you repay me. I've had enough. Hey, soldier. A minute of your time, please.
No! Willis, I beg you. I was drunk. Didn't know what I was doing.
I've told you, Master Willis. We will help you rebuild once reinforcements come. The supplies have been ordered.
Not what this is about, mate. This here's the arsonist. A witcher found him.
The forge was important to the garrison. Destroying it was sabotage. No trial needed here. Just a tree.
Villagers just love you now. Alright, let's do that.
Harsh as punishment goes.
But deserved. You know, I hated the Black Ones at first, like everybody else did. Now I'm thinking they might just bring order to this place. Teach these layabouts some manners. But enough about that. Your reward. And I managed to save some things from the fire. Anvil's still whole, so I'm sure I can bang something out on it. You need anything, let me know. Give you a good price.
So yeah, it kind of sucks that we basically condemn someone to death. But, to be fair, he basically ruined this guy's life and betrayed him because, as the only smith in town, he's forced to work with the Nilfgaardians. He doesn't want to, he just has to. Or he dies. So, yeah. I don't like that a drunkard got, you know, hanged. But I mean, he kind of asked for it. Also, what do you have to sell?
A return customer. Welcome. What can I do for you this time?
Show me what you got.
Alright, so let's see. Got a shirt, saddle, saddle bags, junk, diagram for cavalry boots, tracker's trousers, cavalry trousers, hunter's boots, tracker's gauntlets, tracker's boots, cavalry gauntlets, Binker-Acton, I don't know what that is. Bounty Hunter Gambitson, Skellige Gambitson, Lesser Glyph of Quen, Ard, Axie, Infusion, Erden, Igni. He's just got materials. Alright.
Like you to forge something for me.
Okay, so we can't build this because we don't have the money. But we can get all the stuff we needed from the shop if we needed to. But it would cost even more money. We can also have him repair stuff. 96%, 88%, 99. We'll go ahead and repair that.
So long.
Okay, let's head back to the merchant here. He might have...
Heard of the Vryhead Brigade?
My gran told me about Smithsville. Lad went missing one day, so folk nagged a witchman that was hunting nearby and started selling.
Greetings.
I might be able to sell some stuff to him.
Let me have a look at your stock.
Alright.
Take care.
Alright, so for now, let's head this way. Oops, shit. Up the main road.
Heard of the Fryhead Brigade? Your kind. Not used to.
Take all that. Take all that. Oh, it's not letting me talk to him. Okay. I need crowns, not orens. Can't spend orens. It's not until I get to Novigrad. God, I need the auto loot mod real fast. Well, on the bright side, I'm going to have a lot of alchemy stuff. Looks like I might get my dog tallow here pretty soon. Yep, those are dogs. Oh shit. Okay. not going to be edible. But we do have dog talon now, which means we should be able to make necrophage oil. Now that we do have necrophage oil, we don't have to ever make it again. And we can put that on our silver sword. Silver sword is now better suited to fight necrophages. Hi, Floof. Hail Hydrate. Perfect. Sorry I missed it. You were trying to get me to do it during the battle. I was focused on, you know, fighting than actually looking at chat. I'm learning slowly but surely. Let's keep going. After a quick save. Don't look at me like that, Floof. No, you just giving me the finger. Okay, I see how it is, Floof. Okay, looks like there's a wall. And we're not going to be able to get through. Points of interest. The world is brimming with interesting places filled with danger or treasure. Such sites are marked on your minimap with the following icons: hidden treasure, dungeon, monster nest, place of power, person in distress, spoils of war, smuggler's cache, guarded treasure, abandoned site, bandit camp, and monster den. Oh. Those are explosive barrels. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do something stupid. Alright. The way is clear. have some chicken. Okay, so map. Yeah, I get it. I'm gonna turn off those tutorials here in a minute. Let's see how far north we can go. Oh. Looks like we've got
So many corpses, and the war's just started.
a monster nest. I can't actually kill the monster nest without grenades. So I need saltpeter and calcium equum. Or I need saltpeter to make flashbangs. It will still destroy monster nests. But I can at least see how well this oil will work.
Just destroy it.
Destroy monsters, eat grape shot, Sanum, or dancing star bomb. I don't have the bomb. Okay. But I can draw this place of power. Alright. New ability point. Floof is still in emote spamming. Oh my god. Alright, so early on, one of the better things to get is strong back. But the ones we can get for general purpose, we've got Sun and Stars. During the day, Vitality regenerates by an additional 10 points per second when not in combat. At night, Stamina regenerates by an additional 1 point per second during combat. Survival Instinct, increase maximum Vitality by 50%. Cat School Techniques. Each piece of light armor increases critical hit damage by that. No, who cares? Griffin School, Bear School. We're actually going to be Wolf School, but yeah. Metabolic Control, Focus, General Burst, Rage Management, Steady Shot, Boost. So I think the either one to get would be Strong back so we can increase our carry weight, but we don't really need it right now. Or Gourmet, eating food regenerates vitality for 20 minutes. The other ones we can get are Poison Blades, which, to be honest, I might actually get this one. Just because blade oils are going to be a very important part of my build. Like, core build. So I'm going to get this. We're going to activate it there. Because the Witcher school that I'm going to be doing, School of of the wolf, you're basically Batman. Your deadliness and effectiveness grows exponentially with prep time, which is actually how canonically Witchers operate.
Turn back or go forth?
Let's not go that way. Well, oh, can't fast travel to a signpost. You have to fast travel from a signpost to another signpost. Got it.
Place of power. Should draw from it.
We're gonna first head to a merchant real quick. Sell some stuff and hopefully get some saltpeter. That way we can make our first bomb.
Greetings.
Let me have a look at your stock.
Okay. Well, we can at least sell the swords.
Take care.
The Emperor shall guide us straight to Novigrad.
Sure he will. Sorry about the
Something
mess
else
up
you'll be
front.
needing.
Nilfgaardian rule to your liking?
What's there to like? Tis the same as any other. They tax us, requisition this or that. But they do keep the peace in the village, I'll grant them that.
You don't mourn Temeria's passing?
I mourned it round half a year back, when King Foltest was cut down. Now I just want peace.
That's basically how it goes for the peasants. They don't really care too much who their overlord is because their overlord doesn't care about them. They just have their own lives to live.
Got anything interesting under the counter?
Depends what you're after. Have a look.
Alright. Oh, well. There's another decoy. We'll take that.
Farewell.
A return customer. Welcome. What can I do for you this time?
Show me what you got.
Okay. It doesn't look like he's got saltpeter. So I'm gonna have to find some.
So long.
So can I make saltpeter? Spin that. Alright, well. Oh yeah, we got a new bestiary. From beasts. Dogs. They say a dog's a man's best friend, but these foul times, one best be wary, even of his friends. Alfred Pankratz, beggar from Novigrad. Some claim dogs are reflections of their masters. A well-treated pet repays his owner with loyalty and trust, whereas an ill-treated one repays this treatment in kind as well, meeting yells with barks and kicks with bites. Since there's an abundance of bad men, so too there's an abundance of bad dogs. The most dangerous of all are the vagrant mutts who have lost all respect for men and have developed a taste for blood and carrion. They are vulnerable to beast oil. Okay, still no new characters. Tawny oil. Victory. Alright, so I need to find honeysuckle, and then I can make white honey, which will kill the toxicity I have. Okay. Let's see here. I guess we'll head back up north and try and see if we can find whatever that is. Yeah, right now I'm just trying to get my or get equipment, so to speak. Bandits! Oh shit. Come on, come on.
More, son! Don't let him catch his breath! Son of a goat!
You'll never learn.
Fucking bastard!
Fuck.
Ow! Curses! What's casting curses? What's...
fucking hurt. Fizz tech. Lovely. Oh, hello. Lootables. Dimeridium ore. Chicken sandwich. Oh, hello. Dog tallow. Coalesced. Calcium equum. I need that for grape shot.
It's clearing up.
Beehive. Come on. Alright, just climb on the tent. That'll work. Special sword. Alright, what do we get? Alright, so light armor. Light armor. Gives us better piercing damage defense, but nah. Silverton sword, steel sword. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and equip that. Okay. I don't think... No. So we need one more calcium equium and 2 more saltpeter for that, or... Still gotta find that saltpeter. Okay. Well... Let's make our way down here. Spain. Also, I need to find my Witcher guidebook, because that'll tell me where all the diagrams and formulas that I'm gonna need are. So I think I'm gonna need to go on this side of the bridge. Come on. Stupid fence.
But there is more. My lieutenant
Oh,
demanded
shit.
we defecate on command.
Bard's Tale begins near White Orchard.
That we don't want to go there yet.
Seeking his lover of yore, the sorceress Yennefer. She'd eluded him for years, but now seems just a few steps ahead.
Instead, we're going to clear that. We're actually going to go down here. Although I think I'm gonna go ahead and meditate till daybreak. There we go. Now I can see. Okay, I'm gonna want to get the Viper stuff in here before I head out. Might get that first thing next stream. Oh, come on. Oh, thank God.
Fight in your guts, Eddie! Ha! What the fuck?
down on the road. So I don't have to worry about them. Come on, grab! Fine. There we go. Alright. Angrily scrawled notes. What am I supposed to fucking die for? Tamaria? Da died for that. So did my 3 brothers. And what'd that get him? Fuck all, that's what. Not even a decent burial. Da always said a wise man learns from others' mistakes, so here I am learning from his. Instead of dying for Tamaria, I'm gonna rob those who killed Tamaria's sons. We pitched a camp, got us a great spot middle of the woods near that old mill. Now we're all set to go on our first raid. Interrogation report. Location: Amvert Fortress. Persons partaking part: Sir Ignatius Varius, Bart the Bailiff, Andreas Bloom, Sir Ignatius underlings, Camry, Gardy, and Belsley. Suspect: Colgrim, Witcher of the Viper School. The Witcher Colgrim stands accused of kidnapping Vitti, son of Paul, a beekeeper residing in White Orchard. Suspect was detained pending trial. Upon detention, he was searched and a diagram for the forging of a steel sword was found on his person. It is suspected that the sword was used to intimidate or possibly kill the kidnapped child. It is likewise suspected that the accused possesses other such diagrams for the forging of death-dealing implements, though none have been found to date. Sir Ignatius has requested the Richer undergo preliminary interrogation with the proper application of torture. This will take place once a torture with the proper qualifications has been found. Addendum. It was later discovered drowners were responsible for the boy's disappearance. Unfortunately, Colgrim died before this information reached the investigators. For rather than face the baronet's judgment, he chose trial by ordeal. Sir Ignatius agreed, and he ordered he cleanse the Varys family crypt of specters. Colgrim never emerged from said crypt. It is likely that the Motley wraiths, specters, and evil powers residing therein proved too much for him. Alright, well, now we know where to find the diagram for the the silver sword. What can we create? Aircraft. Silk. Okay. And a haft. The Viper Steel Sword. It deals 61, or a range of 49 to 61 damage. Is a steel sword used in fighting humans or beasts. It has a 15% chance to poison, bonus experience from humans and non-humans. It does not have any armor piercing. It is Witcher gear. It has a weight of 1. Which I think that what Witcher gear can do is you can recraft it at your current level. I don't think you can do that with other non-Witcher gear. But we need leather straps, iron ingots, emerald dust, and venom extract. Alright. down. Wolves. A friend of mine used to say that with all these griffins and basilisks and whatnot, good old-fashioned wolves weren't nothing to worry about. And the damn beast devoured his flock. Yngvar Shepherd. Once upon a time, wolves were the absolute rulers of the forest. Men used them to frighten children, while adults too trembled at the sound of their howling. Post-conjunction, monsters not only pushed wolves into the deepest wilds, but also took over their place in human nightmares. Yet this does not mean the old predators cease to be a danger. Wolves do not have a drop of magic within them, breathe no fire, and spit no acid, but that in no way stops them from killing unwary travelers and hunters. Particularly dangerous are wargs, nasty and ferocious subspecies of wolves, and the snow-white wolves which today can only be found in the wild highlands of the Skellige archipelago. Oh, we're in a crevice, okay. Let's get to the next fast travel point, and we'll save. Drowners. Oh boy. I'm gonna go ahead and reapply my oil. Okay. So, drowners. Another necrophage. When at the water's edge, you gotta be quiet. First of all, to not scare the fish. Second, so you don't attract drowners. Yannick of Blaviken, fisherman. A drowner resembles a corpse dredged from the bottom of the pond. It's sickly blue or green in color, with slime and sludge oozing out of every pore and the acrid stench of rot wafting off of it. That's why it's often thought that drowners, along with their more dangerous cousin vodniks, mucknixers and drowned dead, arise in the bodies of those who drown in shallow water. Lost travelers falling into bogs, children who swim too far from the shore, or in the case of vodniks, inebriated peasants who stumble off the swamp trails. Quicksilver solution. I really don't want to swim. Looks like nothing's around though. Okay. Come on, I need to get onto the coast. Jesus. This is a shallow point where I can get back up. Dark iron ingot. All right. Come on, get up. Nope, nope, nope.
We'll look for Bastion later, once it's safe.
Is that for me or the drowners?
Stench.
Fuck. Okay, well, where's the most recent save? Alright. Not terrible. I can work with it. Okay. That hurt. Okay. Let's try this again. See if I can lure them away. Come on, 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 come on. Okay. Whew. Ekimara detection. Tawny Owl. That was actually a good guarded treasure that we needed to get. Because that gave us quite a few... shit. Come on. Get up. Get up. Alright. Let's see what that got us. Alright, so the Sundarian Gambeson, don't care. Dorian Sword, it's a steel sword. It is a magic item. Okay. More importantly, we've got new substances. Potion. We can actually make Swallow. Technically, there's a whole side quest for that, but we got the stuff to do it. Might as well. Swallow is health potion. A decoction is tailored to a specific enemy. This one is an Ekimara, so it deals with Ekimaras. Damage dealt to foes regenerates vitality. I think it because it's vampiric. Each decoction does something. Either defends against the monster in question, or it gives you powers based off of said monster. Let's put on those. Ow. Okay, I got that. Okay.
Stop whimpering, Hussar. We'll look for Bastion later, once it's safe.
So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and hard save here. Although I am going to meditate. Because meditating heals you. It will also refill any potions you've used.
We'll look for Bastion later, once it's safe.
Anyway, okay. Hard save. And that's going to be the end of stream for today. Thank you everyone for joining me. Glad that the Modesty mod worked. I'll try and add a few more, but since I can't get the script editor to work, don't expect too many. Tomorrow we'll be doing Baldur's Gate 3. Then Monday I think it'll be the penultimate episode of Final Fantasy X-2. Because we just got a few things to wrap up in Bavel. And Gagazet and the Calmlands. Then Wednesday in Horizon Zero Dawn, we're going to head to Sunfall, or not Sunfall, but yeah, Sunfall. Do side quests around there. To lay the groundwork for a few things. Then Wednesday afternoon or evening, we'll be. I'm hoping to do another episode of Monster Hunter Wilds with the Floof. Thursday, since it's Turkey Day, I will not be streaming. I'm going to be spending it with friends and family. So no showcase Thursday. Friday will be Dragon Age Awakening and Batman Arkham Knight. Sorry again for not being able to stream it yesterday. But combination of migraine and The Witcher mod manager and extractor and script manager being pains in the ass made it where I couldn't do it. And the next week we're going to be doing the secondary quest Missing in Action. We're going to find Dune or help Dune Vildenvert find his brother, which we totally didn't find by accident. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. I hope you had fun, and I will see you guys tomorrow with Baldur's Gate 3. Have a great weekend, everybody.